Welcome to episode 2. We're building a simple network to simulate traffic flow. And then in the third episode, we are going to set up a log server. So we're simulating real networks. This is a great tool to learn stuff. And if you don't, maybe you don't have a few computers or switches lying around. I think you should if you can. If you have space and you have a spare couple of dollars, then maybe build a little home network. But if you can't, this is a good start. At least you get to do some networking. So now I've got the two PCs. I've got a switch in this PC here. Now I've clicked on that. I'll go to IP configuration. I'm going to give it an IP address. This is cool. 192.168.1.1 subnet mask. Don't know what subnet mask is, you have to come and have a chat to me, because I'm like this. I love this stuff, and we'll have a little chat. By the end of it, you'll be a subnetting guru, a network guru. You'll be able to set up complex IP address scheme, IP version 4 and 6. Yeah, you reach out to me. Okay, reach out. I got you, man. I'm gonna hook you guys up with some really good networking training. But in the meantime, just follow these directions. Don't worry about network default gateway, because this traffic's not going anywhere. It's not going outside to the internet. So that's the IP address. Now I have a philosophy in life is configure and verify. Configure, verify. So I'm going to go into PC. I'll teach you a quick command. Go to command prompt here. This one there. Click on that. And I'm going to do IP config. That will confirm to me that I did the right IP address. That's the best command for a network and a cybersecurity specialist. Pen testers, they do this 100,000 times a day. Hackers out there, no, they do this all the time. That's what this is. You want to know what your IP address is of your target. So that's the IP address. So I've configured that correctly. I'm happy. I'm going to go to PC1 now. And I'm going to change that over to going to desktop. I'm going to go IP configuration. Then I'll do 192.168.1.2. And then subnet mask is 255.255.0. If this is foreign to you, if you're having a bit of struggling understanding these concepts, come over and we'll have a chat. I'll run through these more in depth. This is just introduction to networking. We're getting networking happening. I'm showing you this amazing tool, Packet Tracer. You can do so much stuff in here. The next lab we're going to be logging this. We're going to set up a log server. How cool is that? By the way, these Cisco devices. I'm just going to just a real sidetrack. I get excited with this stuff. Very passionate about Cisco. I have CCNA, CCNP. Been working on devices for a long time, and I just love these guys. So I'm just going to drag over it doesn't matter which one I should get this one. I'll get a 1941. This is a router. If I go into the command line interface, what's loading here? That's a real, it's an emulated, but this is how Cisco devices really work. And it's been like this for 30 years. It's looked like this. Yep. This is the backbone of the internet. Your traffic is probably going through a Cisco router out there in the world somewhere that was configured with a command like this. You've got to be excited, right? So, look at this. Look, enable config T, configuration mode, show IP interface brief. So I'm doing these commands. These commands are what network engineers use when they're building the internet infrastructure. So, and you can do it here on Packet Tracer. I'm sorry, I go overboard. I get a bit passionate about this sort of stuff. But anyway, get excited. Seriously, this is the right time for networking, by the way. Cybersecurity is huge. AI is taking off. No one knows how to do cyber and AI at the same time. So get your books out, get your maths book, learn a bit of maths if you can, don't have to. Learn a bit of cybersecurity and AI. Well, you're doing cybersecurity with us. Maybe do a bit of inquire about doing some programming. Learn a bit of AI. We might be developing an AI course. This is right now the time. It's that time where in human history where you wish that you were in the position to learn about this stuff. Because if you do learn this stuff and you become good at it, you'll be desirable. You will make money, right? You'll be the person that everyone wants to grab and get working for them. So be excited. This is and these are the tools that we use to learn about this stuff. That's how I learned 20 years ago. It wasn't as good as this, and I used to prefer physical machines myself, and I still do to an extent. If anyone wants advice on how to build home physical networks, again, I'm the man. I'll hook you up. You could build a lab for less than $100. A Cisco lab less than 100. But anyway, now, so let's configure this device here. I've already configured it. Remember, configure and verify, and IP config, and voila, it's there. I've configured it correctly. So now I can simulate a traffic flow from one PC to another. And this is how I'll do this. So in PC 0, I'm going to go to command prompt, and I'm going to use the ping command. The ping command will send traffic from one computer to another. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to type ping 192.168.1.1, and now that's pinging from that side to that side, and I'm getting replies, and it's working. I've got connection. These computers are connected to each other. There's a few other things that I want to show you. If I go into simulation mode, okay, that means, so I'll do that, I'll run that command again. It will pause for me, and can you see that packet there? This is quite useful in very complex networks. If you want to see how things are traversing the networks, see that envelope there? If I come over here and I press the play button, it will play through the scenario of one packet going to another. Just drag that a bit, make that a bit quicker. Yeah, so that'll, you know what, I'm impatient. So you can click the fast forward button there. And you can see that there's packets flowing, right? That's the packet that we're after. You can go into it and have a look at more details there. It's a great learning tool. Yep. And then you can see that the packet went over there, and all the traffic going that way. It'll keep going and going and going. And then I'm just going to end that. I'm not a big fan of that simulation tool. I like to see things the way they're intended to, but it might be a good, helpful learning tool for that. But that's how to complete create a lab with the network flow. You can do other things, like if you go into the PC, you can have a look at the physical diagram, like what it looks like physically as well. There's the on button, there's the CD-ROM. That's an ancient device that we used to have a long time ago. You can go back into the desktop and do things like a web browser. Click on web browser there. You can add a URL. It doesn't work because it's not connected to the internet, but I could come down here and drag over a server, and this is what we're going to do this in the next exercise, and connect that using the connections, that electricity button, connected to the switch, and I've got a server there. I'm going to do the next one will be a log server. You can do a file server, you can do email servers. There's so much stuff there. It's like I would need a year to go through this. But if you go to File and go to Open Samples, you can look at cybersecurity, networking, open up a simple network, IP version 4 network. if you want to, yeah, definitely play around with this. You can do wireless as well. You can simulate a wireless environment. We'll be doing VPNs later on and firewalls. So I'm going to have lots of fun. So that concludes this episode. I will see you in the next episode where we're going to build a log server to simulate the collection of logs in an environment that gets sent over to a log server. Even though it's not exactly how it works in the real world, it is very close. It's very, it's like, well, it's called a simulator, right? Emulator. The concept is exactly the same. It's just the way that things look is a bit different. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.